Introvert versus Sigma Empath. A journey into inner strength and silent power. We've all probably heard the term introvert, right? Most people recognize it as a personality type that's more reserved, someone who prefers spending time alone or in small groups. On the other hand, there's another personality type that's been getting a lot of attention lately, Sigma Empath. This character is unique and mysterious, often seen as a lone wolf figure, but one with a remarkable depth of sensitivity and empathy. Let's dive deeper to understand the differences and similarities between introverts and Sigma Empaths. Both personalities value peace and comfort in solitude, but they experience it in very different ways. As we dig deeper, we'll see how each has a unique way of interacting with the world. This is a journey into self-understanding, finding peace, and understanding how some people find a sense of wholeness simply by being themselves. Introverts, calm, reflective souls with deep thoughts. Imagine an introvert. When in a crowded room, they're often the ones sitting off to the side, observing rather than making a splash. Introverts conserve their energy carefully, like marathon runners who know that sprinting too fast will only exhaust them. This world can be too loud, too full of interactions and demands that, at times, leave them feeling drained. They're not antisocial. They value relationships deeply, but in a selective, meaningful way. When an introvert opens up to someone, it's not just casual small talk. They give their full attention, peeling back layers of thoughts and feelings, but only with people they truly trust. Introverts are like a deep ocean, calm on the surface, but hiding vast depths full of reflection, contemplation, and sensitivity that those who live on the surface may never fully grasp. Sigma Empaths, independent empathy, without the need for validation. And then, on the other side, we have the Sigma Empath, someone who exists outside the usual social categories. They have this incredible ability to feel others' emotions, to read a room without a single word being spoken, but they stand firm in their own grounding, unaffected by social pressure. Sigma Empaths have a quality that's almost magical. They can blend into a group, sense what everyone around them is feeling, but they don't lose themselves in the process. They don't need validation from the outside world. They aren't driven by the need for acceptance, and they certainly don't care much for others' expectations. Sigma Empaths may be deeply empathetic, but they also know when to keep emotional boundaries. They're not easily swayed by social drama or the urge to follow the crowd. Picture a tree with deep roots, standing firm as the storm passes, still feeling the wind and rain, yet unaffected. A profound connection, shared inner peace and emotional depth. Now let's talk about what unites them. Both introverts and Sigma Empath share a strong ability to feel emotions deeply. But look at how they differ in their approach. Introverts share their depth only with their closest connections, painting every interaction with a carefully chosen brush of emotion. Sigma Empaths, meanwhile, may not need deep connections with everyone, but when they're present, their sensitivity is unmistakable. They feel others' emotions, but remain graceful and unswayed, not carried away by emotions that don't belong to them. This is how they each find peace. Introverts in their close, meaningful connections, and Sigma Empaths in their ability to stay true to themselves even as they connect with the outside world. They teach us that true peace doesn't always mean complete isolation or constantly being in the crowd. Sometimes, peace is simply being your most authentic self, no matter the setting. Marked differences, distinct patterns of interaction with the world. Now let's look at the differences. For introverts, a calm environment is a necessity. They choose spaces where they can think undisturbed, where their inner voices can be heard without the noise of the world. Sigma Empaths, while they may not seek social interaction, have a unique self-control that allows them to thrive anywhere. They can be surrounded by people without getting tangled up in heavy social demands. They still hear their inner voices in the midst of the world's noise. If introverts tend to avoid drama and conflict, Sigma empaths handle difficult situations with a gentle firmness. They're not afraid to speak up, and when they do, they bring clarity and calm to any situation. They're not leaders who seek the spotlight, but they lead with a quiet strength, offering calmness wherever they go. While introverts may quietly hold their peace within, Sigma empaths radiate their calmness, giving those around them a sense of safety. Power in silence and emotional depth. Introverts and Sigma empaths remind us all that emotional sensitivity is a remarkable strength. The world may see them as quiet, lone figures, but make no mistake, they possess a strength that's hard for those who live on the surface to understand. They show us that strength doesn't always mean a loud voice or dominance in a crowd. Sometimes the greatest strength lies within those who can find peace within themselves, those who can feel whole even as the world keeps spinning. So, when we meet an introvert or a Sigma empath, let's appreciate them. They prove that silence can have a voice louder than the noise. They remind us that empathy can exist without losing oneself. And beneath that quiet exterior lies an incredible depth that may one day inspire us all to find peace within ourselves. Thanks for watching.